Hello and welcome back, friends. My name is Michael Yates, and this is the Ridgeview Pod, where we try to cover everything hope, healing, and recovery related. It's been a while since we've done a recording and had a guest, and I can't be happier to have a guest from several years ago, Amanda Taylor, back with us to talk about a very important community event coming up. Hopefully a lot of folks can take advantage of this offering. So Amanda, welcome back.
Thank you so much. It's good to be back and good to see you.
Yeah, hope your year is going well.
It is, yeah, going pretty well.
Good. So you've got a big community event coming up. Let's set just a little historical context, because I've attended this several years. It is the Anderson County Community Resource Fair, and it's held there at the church where you work, right?
Mm-hmm. Yep, in the Family Life Center Gymnasium of First Baptist Church of Clinton. Mm-hmm.
So remind me, what is your role there at the church?
I am the Minister of Missions and Director of Creative Ministries. So I get all the fun things.
Yeah, that's right.
That's how I think of it, yeah.
Well, as I recall, and it's been a couple of years since I attended this, because we have other staff that attend it now, but this is a big turnout with a lot of vendors and resources that serve the wider Anderson County community, right?
It is, and it's growing all the time. I think our first year was in 2019, I think, and then we missed 2020 because of COVID, and then have gotten back in succession with it. So I think it's our fourth annual one, and the first one maybe had 40 or so different vendors, but last year had 79 different helping agencies to participate. And, you know, what other event and what other place can you come to find, you know, all those helping agencies working together, networking, and educating the public about what resources exist in Anderson County to help people. It's really amazing.
That is a great ministry, and exactly what a community faith is supposed to be doing. So I applaud your all's effort in that regard. But you guys are using every nook and cranny of that gymnasium then, if you have close to 80 vendors. So.
We are, yeah. I don't think we can squeeze one more table on the floor. We'll have to expand out into the hall or something like that if we get bigger.
Okay, so let's help folks understand where it is in the church grounds, what day it is, what time should they be there, kind of what they can expect, and if, as I recall, food or snacks are provided.
Oh yeah, all kinds of free things. So the event is in the Family Life Center Gymnasium of the church. On the church, it kind of spans the block. The old building is on the Main Street, and then the Family Life Center Gymnasium is on Charles G. Sievers Boulevard, that main road there. And so it's 230 North Charles C. Sievers Boulevard, and that's the newer building. And when you walk in, the gym is right there, so it's it's easy to find. It'd be hard to miss. And so that's the location. You can park down in the big parking areas below that building, or if you need handicap access, there's that at the front and the back of the building, just off of Charles Sievers. There's the front parking lot. But yeah, and it's Sunday, August 20th from 12 to 2:30. And vendors will be starting to set up about 11:15 or so. So this event is an annual event, always happens on the third Sunday. So if you want to mark your calendars for next year, you can do that as well. But there are all kinds of free things there. There's free lunch, hot dogs, hamburgers, all the fixings and sides and things like that, of course. But there's also children's activities that are free, and some adult activities like cornhole and things like that. And then there's all the freebies on the tables. You know, one of the draws of this event is that there's different kinds of free things, from highlighters to frisbees to lollipops, you know, all kind of things that you can get. So there's all kinds of stuff in that regard too. And new this year, we're having door prizes. So that's one of the ways we've kind of expanded to help people enjoy themselves. So
I seem to recall making the circuit myself, wandering around all the different tables, and it is a really neat opportunity to actually reconnect with a lot of other service providers that Ridgeview certainly knows well and works with and alongside. So that's a neat opportunity also.
It is, and that's one of the amazing things about this event is there's really a kind of a threefold benefit from it. One is that the helping agencies get to network with each other. We have agencies going around and saying, I never knew that this nonprofit existed. I never knew that they offered this service. And so, next time we run into somebody with this problem, we're going to send them to you. And so in that regard, it really is a great benefit to the community just to have everybody working together. Another benefit, of course, is that if anybody's in need of services, you can go there and, almost one-stop shopping. You can look around and find everything from, I don't even think I'll be able to name them all, everything from veteran services to homeless services. People with disabilities can find help, food pantries, if you need help paying your water bill, or mental health services, just a vast, if you need help with your animals, even things like that. So there's a vast array of services to be had there. So that's a benefit. And then the third being just that, and what I kind of feel my heartstrings attached to the most, is that I really feel like me as an individual, I don't have the resources, the abilities. I can't help everyone that crosses my path. And I don't have the knowledge, the time, the skills to be able to help every need that I see. And I don't believe that us as a church can help everybody that comes to us. We are not equipped to do that. We help as much as we can, but we can't be everything to everybody. And neither can one agency. But I truly believe that as we work together as a community, we can meet the needs of Anderson County. And so, I kind of feel like, a lot of individuals may be in the situation where I don't really need any services right now. Why should I go to a community service fair? What good does that do me? But I really believe that any Christian or any compassionate-minded individual needs to be in the business of helping people in need, helping those around them. And the theme of the event is the more we know, the more love we show, emphasizing the idea that our ability to help our neighbors in need is limited by our knowledge of community resources. So, if you come to the fair, you can get educated in all of these things, and you almost become like a walking resource fair in our community. When you find people in need, you say, well, I can't help you with that, but I know where you should go to find help with that. And then you can start referring people around to be able to find services. And so we can really help our neighbors better if we educate ourselves. So that's the third benefit.
Amanda, that is beautifully said. I think if we just get that word out alone, that's a great message. So let me ask, what if I'm watching this, I hear about this, but I can't attend this event to get all the information, to be that walking resource out in the community. Is there another way I can get the information? Will these resources be housed on the church website, or can people call you? Is there a brochure that actually has all the vendors listed?
Yes, several of those ways. We advertise on our church website, but a long time ago, it was the vision of one of our former pastors and the director of missions of the Southern Baptist Convention, the Tennessee Baptist Convention in our area. They had the idea that it would be good to have a missions fair or a resource fair like this. And so the idea kind of grew from that. And so it's connected with our church, and our church, of course, allows me to spend, my working time to work with it, and then a lot of the funding and volunteers come from our church. But we really want it to be a community event. If one church tries to grab hold of it and hang on to it too much, then it can kind of lose its ability to serve the community, I believe. And so this is an independent event. It's a county event, and it is supported by people in the county. And so it has its own website, and that website is www.acresourcefair.com. So again, www.acresourcefair.com. And so you can go to there, and on there you can find ways to advertise. We need help advertising in the community. Help get the word out in any way you possibly can. There's the flyers on there. There's photos on there. There's a promo video on there and 2 different links, 2 minutes and 4 minutes. So if you can share the video, that would be great. But there's also a page that says links, and you can go to the links, and every agency that's ever participated in the resource resource fair is listed there with a link to whatever their website is that they want us to link to. And so you can go through there, and you can almost kind of have a virtual walk through the resource fair to click on that link and then to go to their website and to learn about them in that way. There's also, each year we put out a kind of an event brochure. So it's kind of like a paper that you can, I guess, mentally walk through the resource fair, and you can see where the different ones are located. It lists the agencies that we tried to contact but weren't successful in getting a hold of. And the reason that we do that is because I want people to know that these other agencies exist out there, even though we haven't been able to get them participating yet. And then as well as the resources that were not able to come this year, it lists them by category according to what need they meet. It's listed that way too. And of course, all the participating ones are on there. So you can ask for one of those. We post that on the website though as well.
The more we know, the more love we show. And I did not know about the website dedicated specifically to this resource. So
that was new last year.
I've just learned
that was new last year. So
we'll make sure that those links are in the contents below. So please avail yourself of those opportunities.
Yes, and also new this year, we're trying to have maybe not corporate sponsors, but corporate supporters or any supporters, friends of the fair in the community. So we have a new tab on the website for that. And so basically that is anybody who can help the fair out in any way. We can put your company name or your name and a logo if you want on the website, and also have that on a poster at the fair. So for instance, if somebody wants to say, well, we can help you out with advertising, if you can also help us in advertising, then we'll trade, in that way. So, or if we can help to borrow tables, or you can buy door prizes or things like that, then we can put you on there as a supporter of the fair.
Great. And I know, because I have dined at this event, if you feed them, they will come. You say a free lunch. Is it standard fare, like barbecue, hot dogs, chips, that kind of thing?
Yeah, hot dogs, hamburgers, but all the fixings. So chili dogs, we've got vegetarian hamburgers and hot dogs. We've got beans and chips and sides, desserts, cookies, brownies, usually things like that. So all of that kind of thing. The summer may be ending a little bit, but we can still have a summer picnic, I think.
Well, I mean, what a great event. I guess in terms of outcomes, are you seeing this is the 4th annual, so I suspect each year you've had a larger and larger turnout of the community at large to learn about the resources and get connected to the services that they may need, or their family or friends may need. Are those numbers also trending up?
They do seem to be trending up. Sometimes gauging the outcome of a fair is not real easy. I usually do a paper out to all the agencies, kind of like a survey. And they all have really positive results from the fair. They enjoy it, being able to connect with everybody, and we get suggestions that way too. But it does seem like the numbers in the community are going up. The agencies are becoming more and more a fan of it. They're signing up quicker, and it's getting easier to put together in that way. But advertising the fair is always the need for that, because attracting the public and getting them to buy into the idea that they are benefited, our community is benefited by them gaining this information is sometimes the hard part. And so if you can help there again to advertise in any way, or encourage your employees to come to it, to give some incentive, that they come and get educated, that is helpful. So that's the need right now.
I mean, this is, again, I'm preaching to the choir here, but this is a wonderful gift to the community. I certainly encourage folks to come out. Ridgeview will certainly be there, so please stop by our booth. Melody Morris and several of her colleagues will be at our table with some giveaways. And we look forward to seeing our community partners at this event as well. That's a great way to connect.
We very much appreciate Ridgeview. Ridgeview has been a part of the fair from its conception, and so you've been a supporter of it for a long time, and we really appreciate that.
Yeah, well, we're big fans, and thank you for coming in to share the good news related to this community opportunity. Anything else we need to get out there before we wrap up?
Not that I can think of at the moment. So
All right.
if you have any more questions, feel free to reach out through the website, or they can contact me directly as well. If you're a helping agency that you happen to be watching and you want to participate, there's still time to sign up. So you can do that just by contacting me either through the church or the website, and we can get you registered to have a table.
We'll put those links also below, so reference that if you need to. Amanda Taylor, thank you so much. Thank you all for tuning in. We hope you take advantage of this resource, and we look forward to seeing you next time. Take care.